Hi, Greg from Curry Country Living. Rock Lake United Church Camp. I was 10 years old, 1972, when I attended this camp. And today we're going to be talking to a whole bunch of different people about their experiences with this camp. And I'm interested because I have a couple of grandchildren and they have a grandparent taught camp August 4th and 5th. All the information that you need to know about this camp I'll put in the description below. And yeah, have a look. Lots of variety. Enjoy.
The way today is, we can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, it is. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing.
Alright, but
So Lexine, we were just talking, and I've just been randomly asking people if they've gone to camp here, and you have gone to camp here, and
I was a camper, a counselor, and assistant lifeguard. So I kind of did all three of the positions.
wow,
Yeah.
and now you have some of your kids here today.
Yes, they're checking it out. They're trying to get enough nerve to, you know,
How old are your kids?
8 and 4.
8 and 4. So I know, and back when you were doing it, did they have the grandparent taught camp?
They did. I didn't do it.
Right.
But yeah, I was a counselor, and I could see some of the parents coming in.
Well, and that's like I'm a grandparent, so we're one generation apart.
Yes, right.
And a couple of Jenny's kids I would like to bring because it's pretty intimidating when they're 4 and 5, right? But so how old were you when you first came? Do you remember?
Oh, no, I can't remember.
But you went from being a camper
For many years, yeah.
and then a counselor.
Yeah. I found my name.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, found my name in one of the cabins, yeah.
And then you became a lifeguard.
Yeah,
down at the
assistant lifeguard.
So no, that's cool.
Trying to encourage my kids to come.
Yeah, well, that's why the open house is so great.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Is there anything that stands out in your mind about the camp?
The songs, for sure.
The singing?
Yeah, I was serenading my kids on the way here. They didn't believe some of the words I was saying, but yes, they still come back.
Right on. So do you have any friends that you kind of met that you remember back then that you don't know now? Like I know they come from all over, right?
Actually, and Facebook is a great, you know, I found a lot through that. Like, oh yeah, I remember you from camp. And actually, a couple people here, I said, oh, I remember when you were a camper and I was a counselor.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely.
And as a counselor, did you get to stay in the white building at the back there?
So the counselors stay in with the cabins with the campers,
right.
And then the staff stay in the white building back there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess they've done a bunch of renovations and stuff to the
staff. I haven't gone in the staff one yet. So even the cabins have been improved, and I want to go into the bathrooms too because that's a big change.
Yeah, big improvement.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Right on. Maddy Gardner.
Yes.
You have gone to camp at Rock Lake.
I have.
How old were you?
I think the first year I went, I was 9, and then I think I went when I was 10 as well.
And you've got some kids here.
Yes, I do.
So are they planning on taking some camp this year or possibly?
Yes,
or?
maybe not the younger twins, but Emery for sure. Emery, I think she's on board to go for the 3 nights. So it's pretty exciting.
Has much changed on the camp when you're walking around?
Honestly, I don't think so. It's been a long, long time that I remember the cabins and staying in there in the bunk beds. And and
dinner bell.
Yes.
The dinner bell with the clanging.
Yeah. It's lots of fun.
Do you have any memories that you can think of back then?
Lots of time down on the lake, lots of kayaking. I don't think we had all the floaties on the beach like there
they
is
do now. Yeah.
But that was probably my best memories, the kayaking. That was
and then
great.
I know, and I'm one generation up from you.
Yeah.
And when I went to camp, I can remember the building behind us with all the arts and crafts and stuff. So if the weather was a little iffy and you could get in there and do arts and crafts.
Yeah.
And I think it was the first time I ever shot an arrow, like a bow and arrow. So.
Yes, I actually forgot about that. I remember doing that too. Yeah, it's so fun.
And then the other thing I remember, and I don't think I've made one yet to this day, but I may now that I'm thinking about it, but they made a banana split boat where they had a banana with chocolates and marshmallows.
Yes, we did that too, actually. I completely forgot about that as well. But,
well, I know. And all this stuff kind of comes back to you when you walk around and stuff.
And also the wind-up. The wind-up was the best part too.
And the campfires
Yes,
and
we
stuff.
would put on the big talent show and have a big campfire, tell scary stories. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right
My
on. So,
pleasure.
Susan Pryor, you used to be a camper, and you and I are similar ages. So
Yes, we are.
You know, we might even cross paths.
Absolutely.
As campers. But,
Yes.
What did you come many years? Did you come 1 year?
Oh, I probably came at least 5.
5
At
years.
least 5 years. Yeah, it was amazing.
What are some of the memories that you can remember coming to the camp here?
The crafts. I always had to come early for registration day to make sure I got a top bunk.
That was important though, wasn't it?
It was very, because I needed that shelf by my window to line up all my crafts that I made.
Perfect.
The bell that we still have is awesome. Lots of memories there. A lot of mornings it went off too early.
Oh, wow. You know,
For breakfast.
Yeah.
But it was all so many great memories.
Yeah. I can't remember what year. I only came 1 or 2 years, and I believe I would have been in that 10, 11 years. That would have been 72, 73.
Yeah, so,
And,
yeah.
And of course, they don't have the new bathrooms like they have now.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah. And
They're living in luxury
They are
here now.
living in luxury.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah. And then the kitchen, I think the kitchen was here, but they've done a whole bunch of stuff with it.
They have, like we used to eat on long picnic tables and long benches. Yeah, that's how we ate.
And that dinner bell, that was quite a unique thing. And they let me ring it for when they were doing the 1 o'clock thing. So I was pretty important. And you were cooking hot dogs.
And I was cooking hot dogs.
Because the co-op is sponsoring the hot dogs
Yes,
today.
they did, yes.
And you work at the co-op and you're volunteering and part of the camp. So some of the, do you remember any of the, I was asking Lexine, like people come from all over. Like I know you're from Crystal City, I'm from Larrivire, but people were coming from Winnipeg, different provinces and stuff. Do you remember anyone in that?
You know what? That's too far away, too long ago for me to remember that. But I just remember them all being great people, great friends, great counselors, great everything.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can remember pancakes, but the one thing I do remember, and I'd mentioned this before talking to one of the other girls, was the banana boat over the campfire with the chocolates
and the marshmallows. Yeah, wrapped in foil. Oh, those were so good. Yeah.
And then they had the entertainment doing the skits and stuff in that building there.
Or we'd have dances over there in that lodge.
Yeah, it was great.
I guess the 2 strongest memories I would have were the crafts and the swimming.
Right.
And just
wow. And they've got and now they've got lots of stuff. They've got the archery, the crafts,
so much stuff.
Yeah, and the campfires which they were doing back then. And whatnot. So. Anyways, thanks for talking to me.
And thank you for asking the questions.
Right on.
I started when I was 8. I did all the camping, all the counseling, all the staff. No, not all the staff positions, but I was on staff for 5 years. And I think my last year I was 22.
Yeah, and my name is Megan Momshaw. I was a Megan Abernethy when I was staff here, and I started coming to camp when I was 7 years old, same age as my daughter is now, and so then I was a camper and then a counselor and staff member. I was a staff member for 2 years. 2 years, 3 years, something like that.
So a lot of great memories.
Yes, so many.
And I could hear when you were talking to your kids saying, "Well, this was the first aid room, and this was the."
Which rooms we stayed in. We would switch sometimes halfway through the summer. We'd switch bedrooms.
Oh, because you have to share.
Yes,
so if you had to share, then you would get.
Yeah, then you got to switch it up. But if you were in the first aid position, you got the first bedroom closer to the door, because then that way in the middle of the night, if there was someone who was sick, they would come and knock knock on your bed.
And then so
yeah,
they would
and
know
so
that.
then you'd be summoned. Yeah.
And actually, I was just talking to one of the other girls about being a camper, and she said she always showed up early for registration so she could get a top bunk.
Yes.
So,
Well, and we were noticing that the bunks are a little easier to get up into now, because that was always a memory of like as a kid, like trying to like have to climb up there. So they're looking much nicer now and big improvements.
And are you thinking that some of your kids are going to come to camp? And
I want to.
oh,
She really
right
wants
on.
to now, especially coming and seeing the place. She'd love to come. So hopefully we can get her in and start
they've had
the
a
next
great day
generation.
here and a great showing and stuff.
Oh,
so,
yes, and it's a perfect day for it. It's so gorgeous out.
What's the biggest change that you girls have seen in the camp, do you think?
bathrooms?
They were the grossest thing. So infested with
bugs and everything, and like all of these bathrooms are so nice now, and they're fancy and beautiful showers. And
we got married here 3 years ago, and they were there.
You were married at the camp too?
Yeah.
You're the second person I've talked to that got married at the camp.
Perfect. You just rented for the weekend, and then
everybody can.
I was here in 1972 as a camper, so I don't remember a whole bunch. Well, like I have memories, but the cook area or the kitchen area looks like they've done a lot of work in there and stuff. So with all the new appliances and refrigeration and
we were both campers, I think, when in the old kitchen. So you had to sit on benches, and then all the dishes they just brought out tubs of water, and that's how you wash the dishes.
Yeah.
So we were saying like they're. Like when they got sinks, it was like, ooh like now even large.
So you'll have it pretty easy when you come to camp.
Yes, it'll be pretty fancy and
perfect.
Yeah, but hopefully all the same songs are still singing. And
we found all the songs, and I was here the year they did all the painting in the ark, like all the pictures, all the murals. Like,
Were you able to find your names in any of the cabin?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, like our names will be in each one of these cabins somewhere or another. So.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks very much for talking to me, and I hope that you have as much fun as your
mom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You bet.
Perfect. You guys walked in. I asked you both if you camped here, and you both said yes. And so this is your granddaughter, and she camped here probably not that long ago, before COVID, I guess.
What were you? You're 11 now. She probably was 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It was it was the grandma and child one. It was the adult child one. So
and I'm actually very interested in that because I want to bring a couple of my grandkids and try it. So I've been hearing great things about it.
Yeah, it was good. It was it's just one night. It was wonderful.
And you probably camped here a few years ago, Helen.
I did. I came as a child, and then I was here as a counselor 45 years ago. I was here as a counselor.
A lot of changes.
Oh yeah.
What's the biggest change that you've seen?
The bathrooms. Definitely the bathrooms.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job in the bathrooms and stuff. And I know I was in this building before they did all of the renovations last fall, and they put all new flooring, and it looks very nice in here too. For that.
I could be a camp worker and live here all summer. I think. Yeah. It's lots of fun, lots of activities. It's a great place to be. The food's usually pretty good. And I guess for us, it's close to home too. So that was another thing.
And I know people come from all over, from Winnipeg, Brandon, close to home and whatnot. And the only other thing I'm going to mention right now is that Tracy and I have 6 kids, and you had all 6 of them go through. And my oldest is 36 and my youngest is 22. So that's quite a little legacy right there.
Mm-hmm. I've been at it for 40 years.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Helen.
You're welcome.
I just asked the question. I've got all these board members here, and I said, how many of you have gone to camp? And none of you have gone to camp. You guys are spending literally hundreds of hours bringing this camp on. So tell me what you do at the camp.
I write the grants mostly. That's my job, what I do. And I'm here because of my children that love to be here. And plus Nita, she twisted my arm and she said it was only 2 meetings a year. So we all Well, no, that's not true. But anyways, that's how I got here.
Right on. And how about you, Steve? We were talking a little bit before, and one of the things that you told me I thought was pretty cool, and I don't think about a lot of the things at camp, but you actually got married at this camp.
Yep, got married right over there.
And now you're involved as a board member.
Board member, and had my kids go through this camp. My wife went through this camp, and then now my grandkids are going through the camp. So.
And
a long history.
And I keep forgetting, like 1885 is when this camp was established. So even though we're all in different age brackets, there's a lot of history behind it, a lot older than all of us.
So. Like my wife's grandmother, she was involved with this camp for about 30 years.
Yeah.
So she goes back a long ways.
Yeah. So right on. And then Bonnie, well, Bonnie and I have history, but we won't talk about that. But like you and Ken have been part of the camp for a while now.
Well,
too.
yeah, of course we just live down the road, and I'm a marriage commissioner. I've done numerous weddings at this place, and it's just such a wonderful place to hold an event like that. And you know, like I said, we live here, and you see all the festivities going on, the kids coming and going, and I knew they were in need of directors and volunteers, and who better than someone that lives down the road less than a quarter of a mile.
Well, and I know looking at all the work that you've done here and talking about there's been a lot of stuff that you guys have been doing, and COVID hasn't been good for the last 2 years as far as
exactly.
So
hopefully we'll get some this year, and like next year will be better, and hopefully we get out of this day, we get a few campers to come in.
Oh, I think you will. Yeah, I think there's a lot of
everybody's had fun. And it's amazing how many people are here that said, I went to camp here, I was a counselor here, I did this, I did that, and they're thrilled to be here.
No,
yeah, for sure.
And as a board member and participating, did some of your kids come to camp here?
Before COVID hit, I brought my grandson here for the grandmas and tots.
I want to talk to you about that because I have 2 grandchild kids that I want to bring in. It's August 4th and the 5th this year, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yes.
How did that go? How did that work?
Good.
Yeah?
I think that's what brought me to the board. Val Mikulasic, she's a board member as well. She said that they needed some more people on the board. So, yeah, I had a great time.
How old were your grandkids when you brought them?
He was 4.
He was 4. So you bring the 4-year-old for 2 days with Grandma.
Yeah.
And it was just you and
yeah.
And you go through all the kind of little different.
He loved it here. Made some new friends. And, lots of memories. So he'll continue to come back.
Right on. You're involved with the board, and I think it's as the treasurer.
Yes. I too was told 2 meetings a year.
I think Bonnie told that to me too when she was.
Yeah, I look after the money part of it. She writes the grants and gets the money in, and I write the checks to pay the people to do the renovations and the things that the money gets spent on.
Right.
So, and payroll.
And
the renters. Yeah. The weekend renters.
And actually, that's another point bringing up. Like, I know the camp isn't just for kids coming to camp, but you'll open it up to family reunions or people that want to rent the camp. Yeah. And if they want to do that, they can find all the information on their website or get a contact.
And the registration forms are all on the website as well. All the details, what it costs, and all that kind of stuff. And
so,
then they email and they see if the weekend's open.
So you're looking forward to a busy week, or busy year this year.
Yes.
And of course, the COVID restrictions have been relaxed, and of course, we're all careful. But we're looking forward to a normal year this year.
We have, I think, 9 different weekends that are booked over the course of the summer. So
there's not many more weekends in a summer than.
There's not very many more.
But there's a few. Okay.
Somewhere into June. Yeah, some starting in June, and the last one that we have booked right now is the long weekend of September.
Wow.
So
right on. Good job up there.
Thank you.
And I think you take care of the website and stuff too, and all that kind of stuff.
The website and Facebook when we need to announce something, to the public, then I put things on Facebook as well, and do the annual report and just keep in touch with the churches and communication and the minutes of the meetings.
Yeah. You guys have had a wonderful day. I know it was postponed from I think it was May the 22nd or
21st. And thank goodness, because that day was so cold. I had one little person, like maybe 7 or 8, phoned the morning of, because my number must show up somewhere, and he said, "Are you still having camp? Because it's snowing." It was a little guy from Winnipeg, and I said, "No, we're going to postpone it." So I don't know if they ever came, but I hope they came today, because we had a gorgeous day.
Beautiful day.
Couldn't have asked for better. So,
right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed that video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, a wide range of topics, or leaving some comments below. If you need more information, take a look in the description. Leave some comments about what you'd like to see, or maybe you got some memories from the Rock Lake United Church Camp. Leave them in the comments, because I know a lot of people would enjoy seeing them. Thanks for now. As always, stay safe. We'll catch you next time.